dignitaries sitting here. Firstly, I would like to congratulate everybody involved in bringing up this initiative of spreading awareness about going green, and I think it's fantastic, and this is the way to go forward to have a beautiful, sustainable world. And basically each one of us is gathered here are links in one long chain called fashion. And the apparel industry is one of the most important strategic industries, which constitutes about 7% of total industrial production in the world and 8.3% of total trade in industrial materials. Industry engages more than 14% of total labor force in the world. The textile and apparel industry contributes significantly to Indian economy. It accounts for 14% of total industry output and nearly 5% of GDP. It provides direct employment to over 38 million people and is the largest foreign exchange earner, contributing nearly 20% to India's total exports. What is the need for fashion to go green? Basically, this is the whole subject that we are all here for today. Decades of relentless global consumption of goods and services without consciousness has brought us to a point where we are unable to shake off the economic recession or come to terms with the changing climatic patterns. We don't have to go too far, but to our very own t-shirt city, Dollar City as it's called, Tirupur, to notice what a complete disregard for the operating environment can do to a thriving economical center. It is an established fact that our natural resources are limited and depleting at a much faster rate than being renewed, and most of them are non-renewable. The world is at a crossroads and we have a clear choice. The choice to become aware, live responsibly and consume consciously. At Mandana Industries, we have an underlying and long-standing commitment to the best CSR practices. We have invested in zero discharge wet processing facilities. We effectively recycle and discharge to make it reusable. We have taken the initiative to build our first green manufacturing plant, for which we've applied for LEED certification. We have Control Union and Ocotex certified to manufacture organic and sustainable textiles. We are a SA 8000 certified company for social accountability, and we believe in women empowerment. 80% of the women, of the employees that we have across the company, which is 8,000 people, are women. We are constantly aligning our operations and strategies to universally accepted principles in human rights, labor, environment, and anti-corruption. But are these certifications and compliances enough? That's the question we need to ask. Being sustainable to me is a way of life. It's about the way we think and act consciously so as to strike a balance with ourselves, our family, our community, our society, our environment and ecology. Once each one of us is able to do that, a simple and a small act of recycling, repurposing and reusing becomes a green act. When we set out to establish Being Human as a brand, we were very clear that this is going to be a brand that will have the noblest principles of sustainability ingrained into its DNA. For this very reason, we endeavored to make a part of Being Human product line in organic cotton. We have tried to minimize the levels of packagings required. We promote recycled paper and we use only biodegradable plastic for packaging wherever necessary. The design and visual merchandising of a Being Human store, if some of you have visited, if not, please do, also promotes the concepts of restoration and recycling. Every product that reaches the consumers today is made with a conscious effort. at every stage from its conception to taking a physical form. The garments are designed by passionate designers. The fabrics are woven by happy weavers, dyed and printed with RSL compliant dyes and chemicals. Incidentally, most of which comes from Mr. Balakrishnan here from Dye Star. These pieces are sewn by content tailors and sold by cheerful sales assistants. What reaches the consumer is sheer happiness. This one purchase of Being Human product sets the ball rolling for another good act. Maybe your contribution helps a child get the education he or she did not have access to. Maybe the child or a person in need gets a life-saving transplant or another form of healthcare they could not afford on their own. It is this satisfaction of giving back to our society and environment that drives Being Human. We are very encouraged by the response that the brand is generating and hope that through the Being Human Foundation, we are able to bring about a small but significant change in our society. Today I am aware that I am sharing this stage with people who have charted their own path towards green fashion, and I sincerely applaud their effort. Please remember that no effort is small, and it's only collective consciousness that can lead us to a better sustainable tomorrow. So let's make green fashion a way of life, and let's imbibe it into our lives on a daily basis. Thank you so much.